Welcome to our webinar on Synergy Learning, Agriculture Awareness, Music Skills, and Reading Skills. Parents, did you know that your child can acquire good, healthy habits while simultaneously improving his or her music achievement and reading achievement? Elementary ELA teachers, did you know that working purposely and collaboratively with the music specialists in your school could help improve your students' healthy habits and reading achievement? We have prepared this webinar for you as a way to demonstrate how this type of synergy learning might occur. Therefore, my team and I are going to share an approach comprising strategies that may provide children with agriculture awareness, improved music skills, and improved reading skills. But first, let me introduce you to our team. I am Dr. Rosetta Dingle, a music educator who has worked in K-12 schools and higher education for a total of approximately 28 years. I currently serve as a music education professor in the Department of Visual and Performing Arts at South Carolina State University. With me today are two student research assistants who will also share information with you.
Hi, my name is Jamion Jameson Gilmore. I am a music education major from Orangeburg, South Carolina.
And I am Katea Parson. I'm a senior instrumental music education major from Ridgeville, South Carolina, studying at South Carolina State University.
And I am Dr. Georgie Hicks, and I am the reading specialist for this grant. I bring a plethora of experience garnered from that of a classroom teacher, assistant principal, and principal. The experience gained from those seasons of my career have afforded me the golden opportunity to see as well as model good teaching. Currently, I am a professor in the Department of Education at South Carolina State University, where I teach several reading courses. I am a proponent of early literacy, and I teach prospective teachers to be the same.
The agenda comprises examples of literacy learning standards, examples of literacy learning experiences, examples of music learning standards, general music learning experiences, and some benefits of synergy learning. Therefore, this webinar will feature suggested how-to strategies regarding synergy learning of agriculture awareness, music skills, and reading skills for use with students in the 3rd grade. The agriculture theme, food, health, and lifestyle, is one of 5 themes that may be found in the National Agricultural Literacy Outcomes publication. This document was created for the promulgation of benchmarks and how they are related to agricultural literacy and academic achievement. The agriculture benchmark for this webinar is to explain the practices of safely handling food, preparation, and storage. Dr. Hicks now will share with you the reading standard and writing standard for this webinar.
The reading standard that was chosen for this webinar is standard SCELAS 5, which reads, determine meaning and develop logical interpretations by making predictions, inferring, drawing conclusions, analyzing, synthesizing, providing evidence, and investigating multiple interpretations. The writing standard that was chosen for this webinar is MCC 3.1.A, which reads, gather ideas from texts, multimedia, and personal experience to write narratives that develop real or imagined experiences or events using effective technique, descriptive details, and clear event sequences. When we begin engaging students with a reading experience, we normally, one way we can start with that is to do a read aloud. The read aloud allows, the read alouds are powerful because they serve so many instructional purposes, such as to motivate, encourage, excite, build background, develop comprehension, assist children in making connections, and serve as a model of what fluent reading sounds like. And the book that has been chosen for Read Aloud for this webinar is Lillian Gilbert's Wonder Kitchen by Monica Cudley. I will do a read aloud from that book. In the 1920s, most stores did not keep money in cash registers. They used a compressed air chute system to collect the money in one place. The money was put into containers and shot like spitballs through a straw through the air chute to the cash room upstairs. Right away, Lillian saw that Macy's cash room was noisy and poorly lit. The clerks were sitting on uncomfortable chairs. So Lillian turned all that around, and Macy's was a happy client. At home, Lillian, Ernestine, and Martha were cooking up a storm, dashing to and fro. They kept getting in each other's way. Suddenly, Lillian scraped her fingers on a grater. "Ah!" she cried. Looking around her old-fashioned kitchen, she mused, "The kitchen is the heart of the home. It should run like clockwork." She decided to bring her space-saving, step-saving ideas from the factory into her own home. Lillian cut open a brown paper bag and sketched a layout for a kitchen that would be both practical and efficient. And so from that read aloud, we are using a literature circle strategy to extend that, that reading. And then from that literature circle strategy, there are three roles that we will talk about in this webinar. The first role is a discussion director. The student's job for this role is as follows. The students develop a list of questions that your group might want to discuss about this part of the book. Invite other members to introduce their role topics. Don't worry about the details. Help people talk over the big ideas in the reading. Use questions from your own ideas and insights in the reading or the questions below. And space is provided for the student to write their questions, although you see only 3 spaces there, but the student does not necessarily have to stop at 3. They can generate more questions than 3. And then some sample questions are provided for the students for guidance. For example, what was going through your mind while you read the book? How did you feel while reading the part of the book? What questions did you have when you finished this section? Did anything in this section of the book surprise you? What are the 1 or 2 most important ideas? Predict something that you think will happen next in the book. Then the student will also have an opportunity to rate him or herself as the discussion director using the scale below. Another role for the literature circle strategy is the vocabulary enricher. The student's job for this role is as follows. The student is to find especially important words in today's reading that are puzzling or unfamiliar. Mark the words while you are reading with Post-it notes. Later, jot down their definitions, either from a dictionary or some other source. Familiar words may be chosen because they are repeated a lot, used in an unusual way, or key to the meaning of the text. Help members of the group find and discuss these words. And if your book does not have page numbers, you can likely put page numbers there so the student can have a page number reference. But they ought to write the page and the paragraph from which the word came, and they write their words and the definition for the word. And they also will have an opportunity to rate themselves for this particular role of our vocabulary literature. And so I read the book, and I'd like to share with you my examples of vocabulary that I found in the reading. Ergonomics, Auga, efficiency experts, industrial engineers, experience, compressed air chute systems, circular, appliances, interviews, electric mixer, garbage, and then garbage can, and then apartments, invented, and then homemaker. Another role for the digital circle strategy is the connector. The student's job for this role is as follows. The student is to find connections between the book your group is reading and the world outside. Connect this reading to your own life, to happenings at school or in the community, to similar events at other times and places, to other people or classrooms that you are, or problems that you are reminded of. Connections may be between the book and other writings on the same topic or by the same author. Some connections you found between this reading and other people, places, and events. And there you have space where you can write your connections. And then you also will have an opportunity to rate yourself on this particular role. I'd like to share with you the connection I made with the book. I connected with this book when I reflected on how the kitchen looked when I was growing up. It was old-fashioned as the one described in the story. There was a lot to be desired regarding efficiency, however. You fitted in where you fit in, and you made the best of the space that you had. The kitchen was clean, but it lacked a lot when it came to being efficient. I also remember scraping my finger on a grater at one time. Thank you, Lillian, for inventing the electric mixer. I am grateful for how Lillian improved the efficiency of the kitchen with her inventions. And then after the students have done those roles, have gone through those roles, then they are to do a reflective writing on the book. I would like to share with you at this time my reflection on the writing, on the reading. Reading the book entitled Lillian Gilbert's Wonder Kitchen by Monica Cudlin gives me a great appreciation of how a kitchen can be made to be practical and efficient. In addition to having a great appreciation for the efficient design, I am so grateful to own an electric beater and a garbage can with a foot pedal to lift the lid, and a refrigerator with compartments to hold various items. I have a deeper appreciation for this book because I got a chance to learn how a woman who was shy, but didn't let her shyness determine her destiny or her path in life. A woman who was born in a wealthy family who had a mansion and servants, but she did not want a pampered life. She wanted a life of adventure and challenge. Therefore, she decided to go to the university. She went to college after she got married. Lillian differed with her husband, who taught there was one best way to do every job, thereby designing a kitchen that eliminates unnecessary movement and wasteful actions. Cutting out those two things helped to get more done and be less tired. Her shyness became a stepping stone as opposed to a stumbling block when she took over the business after her husband died. A few days after her husband's funeral, Lillian was on a ship to Europe to give her husband's speech at the conference, so their work in the motion studies field would not be forgotten. Lillian turned every incident that she encountered into an opportunity, even the incident of scraping her finger on a grater while working in her kitchen. She looked at her old-fashioned kitchen and mused, the kitchen is the heart of the home. It should run like clockwork. As a result of that experience, she decided to bring her space saving, step saving ideas from the factory into her own home. Lillian Gilbert was pioneer in ergonomics, the study of workplace design. Her ergonomic approach to kitchen design always kept the worker in mind. Thank you, Lillian, for not letting your shyness be a deterrent, but rather an opportunity to make others' lives happy.
Thank you, Dr. Hicks. Now, when the students come to general music, they would be presented with these learning standards for their general music experience. And the first standard is a performance standard at the novice high level, and it says, "I can sing or move using a steady beat." Another performance standard, "I can use good posture and breath support when I sing." And a creating standard at the novice high level, "I can use rhythm patterns, songs, or words to create musical idea." And as you see here, just as we did with the ELA class, we're using the same standard, agriculture standard, which is explain the practices of safe food handling, preparation, and storage. So when they come to the general music class, one of the things that we're going to do is we would ask them, for example, because remember, we've already collaborated with the ELA specialist. And so we might ask them some questions such as, what is the name of the agriculture book that was read aloud this week? Or as related to food, explain the importance of contributions. And as you can see there, that is not a question, but a statement. And then we would also have students volunteer other facts. And so now I'm going to present an excerpt of the song, Wonder Kitchen. Organized, efficient, comfortable, ergonomic principles of Lillian Gilbreth. Lillian Gilbreth was a kitchen designer. She made working in the kitchen much easier. And so now, Kataya will share some specifics of Wonder Kitchen with you.
I am going to sing the first 3 tonal patterns found in the song, The Wonder Kitchen. I will take a breath before I sing the patterns, then I will pause so that you can repeat after me. Here I go. Bum, 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 bum. Good job. Now, I'm going to sing the patterns again, but this time I'm going to use solfege syllables. And remember, take a deep breath and repeat after me. Mi, fa, mi, re, do, sol. Good job.
All right. Now I'm going to do some rhythmic extractions from the piece. The piece is in duple meter, specifically 4/4 time. And here we have 3 rhythms from the piece. Here we go. First, I'm going to chant them using a single syllable ba, and then I'm going to chant them using the rhythmic syllable do day. 1, 2, ready, and. Ba, 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 ba. Good job. Here's the next one. Ba, 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 ba. Good job, boys and girls. And here's the last one. Ba, 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 ba. Good job. Now we're going to do them using the rhythmic syllable do day. 1, 2, ready, and do day, do day, do day. Good job. Do day, do day. Good job, boys and girls. And here's the last one. Do day, do day, do day, do day. Good job.
When we sing, we want to make sure that we use good breath support. You want to sit or stand up straight, relax your shoulders, put your hands by your side, and breathe in with your mouth. We want to make sure that we are breathing from our diaphragm. You will know when you're breathing from your diaphragm because your shoulders will be relaxed, and as you inhale to prep your voice to sing, your lower abdomen will appear to expand. Having good breath support and breathing from your diaphragm will help to promote a clear tone while singing. You're also going to move to a steady pulse. As musicians, we use a device called a metronome to help us move, play, or sing to a steady pulse. But as music educators, we want students to internalize steady pulse for themselves. Okay, everyone, let's move, 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 move. You want to move your whole body from your head to your feet. Let's move, 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 move. Move your shoulders, move your arms, move your legs, move your feet. Move, 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 move. You got it. You are now moving to a steady pulse while keeping the big, also known as macro beats, in your feet, and the little, also known as micro beats, in your hands. Jamion is going to chant his rhythm patterns for us again, and this time while he chants, be sure to move your body to a steady pulse. Take it away, Jamion.
Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba.
Very good. Thanks, Jamion. Keep moving out there.
In addition to experiencing the makeup of Wonder Kitchen via singing, movement, and listening, general music learners might also be asked to engage in the artistic process of creating. By way of creating, general music learners are provided an opportunity to work with the tonal patterns, rhythm patterns, and the formal structure experienced from Wonder Kitchen. In this manner, learners model for the general music instructor their level of content comprehension. For that reason, the general music instructor provides general music learners with the following criteria for creating. Students will create tonal patterns and rhythm patterns from Wonder Kitchen. They will also create a melody or a chant that will be 8 measures long. And if they decide to do a melody, it must be in the key of F major. The lyrics must be related to the practices of safe food handling, preparation, and storage. And the lyrics must also be related to the book Wonder Kitchen. The students will be divided into groups of 4. And at the end of their work, they will do a performance presentation for the music instructor.
Pictured here is an example of a musical idea that Jamion and myself came up with based off of the Wonder Kitchen. This song is titling Handling Food, and in this song, both rhythm and tonal patterns found in the Wonder Kitchen have been extracted to form this melody, all while the lyrics promote the agriculture standard of safe food preparation and storage. This melody also includes the proper usage of the modifications that Lillian Gilbreth made to what we know today as the common refrigerator. As a result, students have experienced music skills via singing, movement, and creating. Additionally, they have acquired a level of awareness regarding the safe handling, preparation, and storage of food.
Thank you, guys. We really appreciate that. And so now, what are some benefits of synergy learning? Well, one is, as you've heard throughout, agricultural literacy awareness. And students had an opportunity, if they were provided with such experiences as we have shared with you today, they have an opportunity to think critically about explaining how food should be safely handled, how food should be prepared, how food should be stored. They will hopefully think about these particular practices as they view their parents or whoever their guardians are prepare food. Another benefit is collaboration and communication between the general music teacher and the ELA teacher. In order for a learning experience like this type of synergy learning to be successful, the general music teacher as well as the ELA teacher must collaborate. It is very important. They must communicate. Students, based upon the strategies that Dr. Hicks shared with you today, and with the learning experience examples that we shared with you today, you got an opportunity to see some examples of how students can collaborate and they can communicate as well. Another benefit of this type of synergy learning is the maintaining the integrity of both the music subject and the reading subject. And of course, reading is so important to everything we do. We don't have to worry about those required skills being compromised. But history has shown us in the past that oftentimes the integrity of the music discipline may be compromised. The whole focus may become on the reading, and we forget that the integrity of the music skills are also important, because students must learn those skills, those very important skills. They must learn how to read music. They must learn how to write music. They must learn how to hear the differences in intervals presented in tonal patterns. They must know how to understand how rhythm patterns are used. So this particular approach is so different and unique in that both the integrity, rather, of both subjects remain intact. Another benefit of synergy learning is the intentional learning purpose of a common cause. Here, the common cause for this webinar is an agricultural awareness of safely handling food, safely preparing food, and safely storing food. Another benefit includes the active engagement of the learning of learning experiences. Students, in using the reading strategies and by way of experiencing the learning in music, are actively engaged at all time. There is no time that the students are not actively engaged, and we know that we learn best by doing. Also, another benefit includes creatively thinking and thinking critically in either ELA or music. And finally, again, synergy learning occurred in that students acquired information on safely handling food and preparing food and storing food. Students experienced music skills. Students experience reading skills that they're going to need. So these we are just some of the benefits that can be acquired as a way of synergy learning. We hope that this webinar has been informative and helpful. If you're interested in a workshop on agriculture awareness, improving music skills, and improving reading skills, please send an email to yours truly, Dr. Rosetta Dingle. If you want information on just the reading skills or those reading strategies, please contact Dr. George E. Hicks. Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you the next time.